This was a classic last year. Classic last year. Ole Miss versus LSU. Who has the better quarterback? That's all it comes down to in this one. Who has the better quarterback? Also, which coach do you trust? Lane Kiffin gave up a stinker versus Kentucky. LSU, right? Almost lost to South Carolina, but they did lose to USC, and we see how USC is now. These coaches always find Lane Kiffin and Brian Kelly always seem to kind of find a way in big games to not live up to the hype. At least that's what it seems like. You can even go back to Brian Kelly and Notre Dame game when he played Alabama and Miami, and they got blown out. The Manti Te'o team, right? So we'll see. So which quarterback is better? Which coach do you trust? For Ole Miss, last year they won a classic. Fans stormed the field. All right, it was a great game. Passing game, they're one of the tops in the country with averaging at least 11 yards per pass. All right, just think every time they throw a pass, it's a first down. All right, how does LSU defend that? LSU is supposed to be DBU. How do you defend the pass game and keep Jackson Dart, on the ground instead of upright? It's gonna be interesting to see how that see. With Ole Miss's passing game, the reason why they struggle versus Kentucky because they didn't really connect on those deep passes. Lane's going to take shots. Jackson Dart's going to take shots. All right. Again, if you're LSU, how do you defend that? How do you keep the ball in front? Harold Perkins, your top DN/linebacker, he's out. He's out for a little bit. So what are you going to do? You're coming off a bye, right? You've had some time to get ready for this game. All right. So, we'll see. A win for Ole Miss will kind of revenge their season, especially coming off what they did versus, again, Kentucky team. A win versus LSU will revenge that Kentucky loss, I think. If you're LSU, you got to apply pressure. Your D line has to apply pressure. You got to win third down, I think, in order to keep Ole Miss out of rhythm because they get in rhythm. It's going to be a long day. If you let Jackson Dart and Lane Kiffin get in rhythm, it's going to be a long day. Long day at the office. Kyron Lacey, big wide receiver. He needs to have a big game. He seems like he's the next for LSU great receivers. You talk about your Justin Jefferson. You talk about your Jamar Chase, Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors. That is Kyron Lacey for this LSU team. And we'll see. The line for this game is 3.5 Ole Miss, over under at 61. I think Ole Miss wins this game. I think they're just better than LSU. Even though they say LSU at night is a dangerous place to go to, from what I've heard and what I've seen, you can agree. I think Ole Miss finds a way. So I'm taking Ole Miss minus 3.5, and I'm hammering the over. Over 61.5 for sure. Over 61.